That's when they discovered disco!
Yes. And quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it. An Isola-wide hangover, you might say. So, here we are. Welcome to reality, baby.
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the zone of control. You can see it in her eyes. Days slipping away.
You don't seem to be thrilled.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just... we could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we'd played it right.
What would you have done differently?
Good question. What would you have done differently?
No, her first.
I asked you, who were you in all of this?
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
Here's some wisdom, lady. Say the death thing.
Two.
I would have sought a medical solution. Sounds like Zareth drove these people mad.
A cold creeps up your spine, reaching its tendrils up your neck, toward the back of your head.
So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with the technology 50 years ago?
With some hygiene, modest social care, perhaps
No,
you'll...
stop. Look at 3.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. In a little research program.
The wind stops, and for a moment, there's silence. The charge dissipates into the dark water. All is quiet on the Martinez inlet. A dog barks. A gunshot echoes off the walls of some distant building. A woman's voice.
There is peace in the heart.
Good hygiene. Really. A very moderate solution to an extreme problem. It's those sort of half measures that doomed the authorities in Grad. When they failed to step up, Marzov and his party stepped in. In this particular case, maybe a more robust state response might have been appropriate. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough.
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
I want to know what you are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
What are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
Joyce Messer is an ultra-liberal. The worst of
Killer.
the worst.
It's sharp.
Dios mío! A liberal?
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought we'd gone extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a centrist at heart. A real moralist.
Oh,
you know?
no.
Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
1.
That's a pity. I hope we can remain collegial despite it. Remember, we were partners, whether you like to admit it or not. There's blood on many hands, I assure you. When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something differently?
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinaise a monument to the efficacy of its artillery.
An appropriate warning to those who'd cross the line and pull the city into madness once more. While a gentle wind sweeps the streets in the rebuilt east, light drizzle washing it clean, lights go up and motor carriages circulate the tracks.
I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinaise, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake.
She realizes her small, cold fists are clenched. She loosens them.
Then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
You're a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
You're a smart woman.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
You're no dummy yourself.
So am I.
A smart boy getting smarter, one basic term of reality at a time.
You have daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother. And a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
What is acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective, in case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio.
What causes encephalopathy?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Oh, it's definitely alcohol use.
She nods slowly. What this boils down to is, this reality thing is stupid. Blow this joint, grab a bottle, and drain that shit right down your throat.
Yes, and perform autoerotic asphyxiation on yourself with your funny necktie, out in the open somewhere.
Yes, and lie about it too, to her. Wait. This reality thing is the only game in town. It's probably in your interest not to blow it.
Let's go back to reality.
She stares at you, head tilted to the side, with a slightly concerned look. A strange coldness comes over you as you look at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all. The doubt is fully formed in your head. The alien feeling persists. You just can't
Hang on.
word the question yet. You have to complete the jamais vu thought first.
What?
It says you have to complete the jamais vu thought first.
Oh, well, I can't just roll.
All right.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
It must be. This is the greatest and the kindest arrangement the atoms had in them. A frisson lifts the hair on the back of your arm. Wind sweeps the surface of the bay.
The wind is sweeping the waters.
The world is a suzerainty of Revachol.
There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Disco.
Elysium.
Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I have a whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture? of the world. There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
How inside sideways? What shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revachol Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
A dark gray corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
The pale.
1.
Oh my god, wait, what the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
The pale. And what do you mean corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Okay. And everything will be okay?
I don't know about things of that scale. My expertise lies in nations and trade routes, one or several layers below everything. But yes, we'll be fine.
She does not seem convinced that you'll be fine. If anything, she's realizing how deep your condition runs.
1.
It sort of doesn't feel like I'm fine.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
The
Did they ever
cold
explain
seeps
what the
into you.
fuck they
The
mean
air
by
is heavy
disco?
with 80% humidity.
I mean, it's all very disco, Andre. If you were there, you would
I'm
know.
going to find you and harm you if you do not tell me what the fuck disco means in this world.
Listen, you had to be there for it, okay?
Suddenly,
how could
you're
I?
conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides.
What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality. It is the opposite of reality.
But what is it, a definition?
Okay. The pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
What's an isola?
Isola is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Mundi, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is...
An oceanic isola. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Hold on a second, I have to turn off something on my computer real quick.
Sticky keys, isn't it?
No, f.lux.
What's that?
It's a software I use to dim the computer screen a little bit when it gets late at night so I don't strain my eyes.
Oh, okay.
What's the Pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
The negation of being.
The negation
right.
of...
The negation of being.
Is it here?
No, detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000
Wait.
kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
Question?
You're telling me there's places in this world where you just will instantly die?
Not die. It's like you enter the Pale and you end up somewhere you don't recognize.
So you travel to another dimension?
Only if you like. There are some conditions. Sometimes you'll end up on the other half of the place you were in. But you don't die. You might disappear, but you don't you won't die.
So like if I go through it, do I just like warp to another place on the planet?
You may or you may not.
And this place sounds like it's terrible.
You might end up on another Isola.
That
As
doesn't
your
sound
gaze
very
instinctively
disco.
turns north. A small black pit opens up in your stomach.
6,000 kilometers from the end of the world.
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
What
You
does that
hear
mean?
your pulse rise. The air feels caustic and cold suddenly.
If we're surrounded by Pale, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
This sounds like some Warhammer 40k shit.
The Pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
No, literally, there is a thing in Warhammer 40k that is exactly like the Pale.
I mean, this is not a unique idea in fiction. Like, there's the space between worlds.
It's called the warp is. We don't have enough time for this. All right, just click the button.
And the magic that's called the Blind Eternities.
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Who says and who argues?
Who says and who argues?
The logical
How does this
positivists
lady know
would
this
say
much? Is she
the
God? Is she a
dialectical
god?
materialists argue.
No, Andre. She is above a god. She is an ultra-liberal.
Click the button.
What does the overradiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of Pale exposure per year.
Also remember that she's a go-between between multiple Isolas. So like she is more or less like a like she has traveled through the Pale before, as part of her job.
It's more for her. Way more.
You're not a civilian passenger.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually.
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution. Some degraded early memories.
Are you overradiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
An acidic smile on her lips. It's getting worse every year.
What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
There's a slippery article in there.
Is it the Pale or Pale?
Pale when it's particular, this territory of Pale. The Pale when it's Pale in its entirety. Once you've seen it, language balks at the difference.
What is entrepoetic?
Entreponetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
Did they cross it? The Western Plain?
There are signs of pretermodern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has entrepoetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we don't?
Then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
How much Pale is there compared to the world?
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or?
What do you think, detective?
It's growing. There is more and more Pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Where will we go?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild Pale yonder.
One and all. They say Pale is death, but for the universe.
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Let's turn to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past, and it's not good.
Then tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
1.
Really?
It sounds horrible.
That we continue to persist at all is a testament to our faith in one another.
Mm-hmm.
Your ailing constitution, sweaty forehead, the beads there, and your heavy breathing.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, detective. If you don't know even this, then
This investigation will be a masterpiece. The one they will remember me by, I
I
promise.
hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent. In the meanwhile,
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
you have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
What is
A
this?
bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Keep guessing.
Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
What, really?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
I meant what is this place here?
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
What is the Rue de Saint-Gilles 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After, les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real
We'll go to bed
high-rise
after
by the
this.
standards of the last century. Built
What?
to mirror the skyscrapers
We'll go to
across
bed after
the
this
bay in the
conversation is
Delta.
over.
That was before the
It's
war,
getting
of
a little
course.
late.
Yeah, because this is the
Mostly the
longest
urban middle class, I
conversation we've
believe.
ever had.
This was once primo real estate, before the cannons locked
God.
4 or 5
A lot of
stories
lore
off.
just dropped on us all at once.
Splat, splat.
You could be wrong, but from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her
What
throat.
brush? We took it from
I was
her.
about to say that!
Wonderful.
She must have had another.
What is that?
The girl in the old lady rags
Yes.
looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead.
How do you feel about
Sure
this,
word.
Andre?
She's not wrong.
How do you feel about an ultra-liberal telling you this to your face?
I mean, look at punk music. It got popular for a reason.
Sure did. Disco,
Made a
too.
lot of money too.
Punk's disco,
Yeah.
I think.
All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
I think I need to be part of an infraculture.
And what would that be?
Disco.
I can see that, yes. I dabble in those dark arts myself, not so long
What?
ago. I assure you,
You're a
it
fucking
was a
magician?
thoroughly supracultural phenomenon. All permeating. Downright mandatory.
Sorry, I forced disco with superculture. It's not infraculture.
Nothing in
Bruh, you're a fucking magician.
You're disco?
Those days are long behind me. And even in the early 30s, I would say I was more of a new girl. Disco was a minor, but still enjoyable facet of the whole thing for me.
The new?
The new. A cultural era.
Disco
In the name of the decade it
Inferno.
ravished, the 30s. It came out of post-revolutionary revival. It was ultra-liberal. It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-coloured everything. By the looks of it, that would have been when you came of age. Now,
Sounds fun. I can't remember a single thing.
wasn't it Guillaume le Million who said, if you can remember the new, you weren't there?
Wait! Guillaume de la Million! I was just thinking about that guy. What happened to him?
Ah, yes. This is not very central to reality, is it?
I still want to know.
I can't be 100% sure, but I believe he died due to complications from venereal disease.
Which one?
Which one?
All of them.
So you're saying he did vanish in a puff of stardust?
I'm afraid no. But then again, one can't be entirely sure. It's all part of his mystique. Ask someone else and you may get a more champagne-colored take. Anyway, what other basic facets of reality
We need to
should
go to bed.
discuss?
This
That's
is
all for
too
now.
much.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Please
Anything
no.
else?
We need to leave.
We should ask her about the tattoos.
That's the man who was killed.
No.
I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Okay.
Let's
Thank
not
you.
tie the fourth day to the Bat's day on this. I hope there is something else.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
That's all
Of
for
course,
now.
Detective.
Oh my god, we can move again.
Some
Nope.
kind of superstar.
Look at...
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
bonuses. -1 logic. Price of self-delusion. Learning cap calculus raised to 6. Just okay, we got a lot of learning cap raises. We're a superstar cop, Andre,
Boo.
and we're gonna go to bed.
No, we're not. We need to go talk to Kuno.
Oh, we should let nobody
We gotta
we're a
get-
superstar. You're right.
We have to get the word from Kuno.
Fuck
We have
does
to meet
care?
Kuno. We have to meet Kuno once per stream. That is the requirement.
Fine, we'll say hi to Kuno before we go sleep.
I mean, look, Kuno's got the hookup.
Is
man.
Kuno even
I'm just
here
saying.
still? Kuno
Don't do
is
this
still
to me.
here.
Thank God.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Thank you.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Thank you. All right, we're good.
You need to say fuck. You need to have Kuno fuck off before you go to bed every night. Is that how you sleep? Is that how you go to bed?
That's how the detective in Disco Elysium does. Yes.
Yeah, that's very disco of him.
What the fuck does that mean?
You would have been there to know.
You just walked by Kim.
That's
Or
not
I'm
him.
saying shit.
That's not. It
Nope,
looks like
nope.
him, but that's not him.
Ah, shit. All right, never mind. Let's go.
Kim will come back tomorrow morning.
Before we get interrupted by our thoughts and stand in place for an hour.
And we can listen to Mega Mix when he gets home, when he gets back.
Disco Inferno.
And maybe we'll learn a bit more about Miss Orange, disco dancer.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the
We
broken
know
window.
you said
The
this.
mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away.
But you can't go. No. You have to stay. Always half aware of yourself.
Limbic system, you know what's what, you know?
You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
One.
I'm sorry, Cells. It's all me. It's my fault.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I'm an artist, and liver damage is my art.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death. You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will! I look at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Some of them are. Some of them are nice. Others are scared. At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Put on your prettiest face for the masses.
Open your eyes. You don't like the limbic system very much, do you, Andre?
He's kind of annoying.
Well, we're awake now.
Is that disco?
Oh, it's all disco, baby.
No, what? Seriously, what is disco?
Elysium.
Right. What is disco though?
Oh, hey. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
Why did the 41st send me?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
That can't be right.
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late and argues with his necktie. You weren't sent here to win.
Kim, what if my precinct sent me on this case because I'm a fuck up, like as a joke?
I've considered it.
So it's true.
It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why's that?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, Policies Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win.
Do you seem as a safe bet?
Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's there. So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
He's right. There are no airtight theories, just paranoia. You've given it some thought. Now let it go.
Oh, we feel better now.
All right, time to listen to mute. Time to listen to that sweet ass music.
The porter reel is just what you needed. You push,
Hell yeah, dude.
command set, and the tape starts spinning.
You ready for
Violent
this?
Static
Yeah.
and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
This isn't a mix. What the fuck?
This is the tape we got from Titus. It was proof that our victim was a rapist. Allegedly.
I
We'll
know,
find
but-
out.
But it was called Door Gunner Mega Mix.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He's a door gunner.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
It's at the very end. Silence.
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
You all sound inebriated.
Still,
There's more going on here than we know.
Who is this Cordy?
one of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his?
Bad news.
What's
That one.
Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
The South Safre conflict is an ongoing proxy war between Grad and Safre. It has been hot for 12 years, with the atrocities piling on, mostly committed by the Grad.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay, then what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
All right. Let's talk to Miss Oranje Disco Dancer. She's still here anyway. Oh, she is. Awesome.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
I was just
non-disco of
thinking,
her to be gone.
What a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to rape you.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring. As the porcelain meets the metal table, this does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
She's quite observant about the human character. Trained to observe, even.
Persona?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. Sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Hold on. He said it was mentally done. That sounds like a broken man to me.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
You like this kind of stuff.
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? Here in Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
A miss. The adversary one.
His eye color.
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
It's clear she was very much attracted to him, and still is.
You found him attractive.
Of course. He was the most strangely beautiful man I've ever been with. And I mean that. And now, he's dead. A pity.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It's clear she liked it.
You liked it?
Quite a lot, yes.
It was a map of the service history.
Sure, service history. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orani's lit?
Don't interrupt.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
You know precisely what these tattoos mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands, and on other islands too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober. A change of topic?
We ordered a toxicology report. Any idea what that would show us?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
You requested a semen screening from processing.
Good for you.
What do you think it will tell us?
I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady.
Is she avoiding anything? Technically not. Technically not. Come on, man. Listen. You can't trust them. It's just you and me.
Tell me something odd. Did he enjoy his death?
Why do you ask?
Just have her answer the question. Don't give explanations.
Please answer the question, miss. Did he enjoy the moment of his death?
I don't think he enjoyed dying, officer. He had too much left to do. Too many third world conflicts. Couldn't tap out just yet.
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK. Good answer. No, it doesn't check out. Can't you see she's clearly avoiding something here? That's a strange thing to suggest. The lady is as fair and just.
Where is Leylestad, the place I mean?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Leylestad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary. Cows, silos, and wheat. Oranje? Oranje's map of waterways? This fits with his tattoo.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
Electrochemistry, baby!
Sex. Alcohol.
I should have guessed.
Speed, probably also sildenafil, and violence. No love for Mother Araignée, but wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Moindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Orania did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
A column of air encircles her, brushing gently on the metallic silver fabric that covers her shoulders and her long, slender arms.
Revachol chooses carefully.
True. It did not love him.
The feeling dissipates. The cold passes. The woman's eyes follow yours to the piece of notebook paper.
I think we're finished with this line of questioning.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
That's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
How old? 58.
What if you're wrong? You're both wrong whether the deceased turned out to be 40.
42. And he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing longer than that.
On the bright side, you've been getting a lot of exercise lately.
The Rouges...
There's silence. Then a little more. Here it comes. Mercy.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth!
To the laboratorium.